like to offer you a deal when you come to Vegas. He like to offer you a streaming deal with Kid. Hold on, listen. Hey, I want to take you shopping. I don't want to go shopping. What kind of nigga? What nigga? I don't want to go shopping. Unc, I want to buy you some shoes. I don't want no shoes. I wear Vans. I already saw the interview where 50 Cent said that's what P. Diddy and him tried to do to him, take him shopping. I'm already hip. I'm already hip.
This story that I have for you guys today is so crazy. It's got twists, it's got turns, it's got friends becoming enemies, it's got acts of betrayal. So go get your popcorn, strap yourself in, and prepare for this bumpy ride. But ensure that you pay attention though, because this story demonstrates one of the main facets of this channel, which is being a man, standing on your square, never buckling under pressure, never sacrificing your morals, your virtues, your values for the love of the bag, the profit, or even for women. For you see, within media, within content, in Hollyweird, there seems to be a certain subset of a man that tends to bubble to the top. Generally, you'll see them do weird shit like adorn dresses for screenplays, or you might see your next famous rapper wearing a skirt or painting their nails a particular color. And even if that man behind closed doors is actually not like that, what you see is them sacrificing degrees of their masculinity for the bag. But Charleston White, whether you love him, you hate him, you think that he's a troll, or you think that he's dead serious, gives an absolute masterclass on how to avoid the BS while still carrying forward your values and your interests in mind. So the story begins when Adin Ross, one of the top live streamers in the world, invites Charleston White onto Discord to have a conversation while he was live streaming. During that conversation,
You wanting a big truck? Get out the Woody Folsom Chevy Buick GMC for the best variety of...
Adin Ross asked Charleston White regarding a lot of the different controversies that he's been a part of.
So why don't you like rappers?
Most of them are fakes and frauds. Most of them aren't real leaders in their community. Most of them are in their group.
Gotcha. Wait, let me ask you a question. So, do you know what the Island Boys, you know who those people are?
Ain't that them two kids that was on Jeffrey Epstein's island?
I don't know, man. What's your opinion on the Adam 22 Lena situation?
I think Adam wants some too.
Wait, why?
Why would you lay there and watch a guy put all that rotor in your woman? You don't want none. Did you see how he was?
You gotta understand, Adin Ross's audience is a lot younger, so they love all of the edgy-ish. But there was a particular component of the stream that really stuck out to me.
Bro, I didn't like what you said about King Von. In my opinion, King Von was a great rapper, made great music, RIP to King Von.
What about all the victims that the FBI have evidence and report that he did? What about those victims, their families? To hear you say that. What about their families? The only reason King Von got out of jail because all the witnesses in the murder case came up dead. And people honor him for people.
Well,
he's known for, listen to me, he's known for people. He's not known for rapping. He's known for people.
Not true. I knew Von because he was a rapper. He was a good rapper, bro.
No, listen.
Yes, bro.
You're knowing for that. But the rest of the world knowing for the FBI just put out documentation that he's a serial. Why don't you like King Von? I say because King Von is classified as a serial killer according to the FBI. Crime reports. He killed black people. Why do you like him? You're a Jewish kid. Oh, I like King Von. Well, I met some of his victims, talked to some of the victim people. I met Tuka's mother.
Now keep in mind this King Von conversation because it's going to come up later. A day later, Adin Ross re-invites Charleston White back to the platform, but then surprises him when he has a transgender online personality that goes by Gorlak the Destroyer there to talk to him.
This ain't no real person. This is not a real human. This is an artificial intelligent robot, and y'all done blew her jaws and her neck up.
She's literally real. How do I prove it to you, bro?
What the fuck? I'm real. I promise I'm real. It's no AI. It's not a joke. Very much.
What that time, guys? Is you a man or a woman?
Huh?
You heard.
You a man
Is
or
you
a
a man
woman?
or woman, bitch?
I am a trans woman.
What is that?
That's bullshit.
What is that?
I'm gone.
Hey, you better get off there, man. Get off that.
So Charleston White left the conversation. He's had a previous conversation with Aiden Ross speaking about that he doesn't want to associate with anyone in the LGBTQ community. So Aiden Ross doing this was on purpose to get the reaction out of Charleston White. And I get it. It's for content. You often want to put different types of people together because that's where the best type of content comes from. So by this stage of the game, Charleston White is aware that something seems a little bit fishy about Aiden Ross and kind of Charleston White's participation within his content. But because the conversations were going so well, they were getting a lot of clicks, the audience was obviously loving these conversations. Aiden Ross's management invited Charleston White to Vegas. And according to Charleston White, the purpose of this invitation was to discuss a potential streaming deal with Kick, where Aiden Ross is part owner.
You and Aiden, just you and Aiden. The chat room love you. Aiden crowd, it's 75,000 people here waiting on you. They love you. I'm saying all kids, man, let me go on over there. This is a pond. This is like resources from the ground you can cipher. So Unc coming over here to be on. We have a good time. Do numbers that night. They hit me back, say, hey, Aiden like to offer you a deal. Would you come to Vegas? He like to offer you a streaming deal with Kid.
So Charleston White touches down in Vegas. He complains about the lack of communication from Aiden Ross's team regarding who's going to be picking him up, where is his hotel going to be at. But things get settled and the two eventually meet. But Aiden invited one of his streamer friends that goes by the name of Prime.
Oh my God.
That's Prime right there.
You know what I feel? How do you know what I feel? Prime, this is my uncle. Yeah. And when I tried to shake his hand, he said, not that. Oh, who your cousin? I heard nobody King Von.
Now, mind you, Prime just walked into the situation and said, this is the guy that dissed my cousin. He said, who's your cousin? And he said, King Von. Now, remember the clip earlier of Charleston White talking about King Von? Well, this guy is trying to get some content by putting Charleston White on his toes. Let's continue to listen.
Oh, no. I don't care. I'm sorry. Oh, Prime,
This is my cousin, bro.
Look at his face.
You smiling, bro?
Yeah.
You smiling?
Yeah, I'm smiling. Whatever you want to do. Oh, whatever you want to do. So we finna do it. We finna do it.
Now, mind you, I don't know if y'all know this already. Charleston White already has mace in his hand. By the way, this is some of Aiden Ross's security right over here. This is a helper, an assistant, or his girl. I don't know too, but this person right here, this one right here, is on Charleston White's team. Let's keep going.
Do it.
Got y'all.
We finna do it.
I wasn't here, though.
I ain't give a damn you wasn't here. All right.
He got his face.
This one got Soldier Boy.
He got his face.
Soldier Boy is I'm so scared, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, Soldier Boy did the same thing.
Yeah.
Bro, I got so scared, bro. No, do that to me, bro.
I thought he was a baby.
I was. I was.
He was.
Bro, please, bro. What I had a heart attack, bro. I swear to God. I was.
He's amazing, but I don't know if he's playing or not.
Let's just think of the optics of this just real quick. You have Charleston White with an EBT shirt on, 45 plus years old, being trolled by a much younger man that shares his exact same melanation. Now, usually, when younger men meet older men like this, you're supposed to reference them in a degree of respect, but this is content at the end of the day, and we all can't act like Charleston White does his own trolling as well. And Charleston White is a professional troller, so if you give it, you gotta be good at taking it, pause. But there's obvious tension here, and things went incredibly downhill after this point.
No, I'm the same way, yeah.
So how you know they got reward for snitching?
Because I grew up with the police. Literally.
Why you snitching? Why you just mind your business? Like you the first black person I done seen like broke the black nigga code.
You must ain't have no grandmama.
Nah, I gotta know my skills to this day.
Your grandmama tell on the police. She'll call the police somebody do something wrong.
Nah, she not a business.
She see somebody breaking her neck, how you lying to me? You ain't not no Jesus. Do she believe in Jesus?
Call her. Yes. Call her grandmother.
She'll tell.
No, she wouldn't.
All Jesus believing people gonna tell.
Can you call her?
Call Granny.
You know my granny.
I met her. She's a nice lady.
You
I
kill her.
ain't here though. I'm laughing at.
I won't.
I'm dead ass.
Now, this is a pivotal point in the interaction because you have Charleston White who actively tells on rappers, who actively tell people to snitch, and you have this young black male that comes in talking about King Von, even after understanding that King Von is a recognized serial killer playing the part of a gangster for Aiden Ross's online community.
This is my granny. It's not what they call her.
Grandmother, people can hear you. Don't say nothing crazy. Look, can you hear me? So, Granny, so you in the house, you see somebody breaking into your neighbor's house. Is you gonna say something? Or you gonna mind your business?
You a snitch?
Why you looking like that?
See, he's looking like that because that is the look of someone who just discovered a fool. You got found out, and you're a sucker.
Homie, they put a black woman, a grandmother. They want the world and the culture to believe that our grandmothers uphold this bullshit.
For the life of me, when you begin to unpack why so many suburban black males try to act like urban black males as if they were from a struggle or from the hood, you begin to understand the dynamic that's happening right here. It's similar to what happens in the rap industry. You have men in ivory towers that appropriate ideals of urban culture, use young black men as pawns, even though they do not live that life, in order to drive revenue. We see it playing out right here in 4K on Aiden Ross's stream, and you gotta get called out for it.
When that kid do that to this grandmama, homie, he play a King Von song. That did all kind of gay movements and dancing. Yeah.
Got it right. All right. So he puts on the King Von song. All right. Irrespective of what he says about the victims of King Von, he slaps off Charleston White's hat in a show of utmost disrespect as he continues to dance and parade around like the clown that he is. Notice the sheer intensity upon Charleston White's face as he's looking at the youth act like a fool. Look at. I ain't gonna hold you. If you just look at the content at surface value and just think of them as entertainers, this is actually pretty hilarious shit, right? Like, if you don't consider what is the mindset that goes behind all this, the characteristics of the plays, you can see Aiden is looking at Charleston right now thinking, God damn, I'm making at least $50,000 off of this stream right now. Now, what I'm not gonna do is to play the
Aiden like this.
Nice.
Prevent wet, spotty, or cloudy dishes. Use Finish Jet Dry. Start with Finish with Jet Dry.
What I'm not going to do is to play the minutes upon minutes of him dancing, because I think it's a very zesty looking display of man, but I will show this. Copyright. So you can see here, Charleston is still not having it right now. And then watch with the, oh, he got up on the ground and then he pointed his booty up towards Charleston White, which is a degree and level of awkward zestiness that I think can only be forfeit within certain circles of men.
And boy, wiggle like how them girls do when you press it off in them and they like it, that they can put that booty hole to their arm, like in a female position.
But you can see here again, Charleston White ain't dapping him up because he ain't having it. But imagine right now if you're in Charleston White's position, okay? You're a 46-year-old man. You get invited by these young live streamers multiple times within the conversation. It dives into like this awkward LGBTQ type conversation. You finally fly over there. There's mix-ups within your hotel. You meet a younger, melanated version of yourself, and he is the complete opposite of you, and he's a fake gangster. Being that he's a fake gangster, he's trying to test you for content and for views, and you just wanted to be there to talk about a streaming deal while also getting a little content done as well. What is it that you do with this? Now, the common thread that Charleston White continues to bring up when he's speaking about the Aiden Ross situation is just how gay everything was, not even just on camera, but off camera as well.
Hold up, nigga, no women in sight. It was never no break on the gayism. It was 24/7. It was like playing against a basketball team. They run a full court press the whole full court. They do this the whole game. You think they ain't gonna call no turnovers?
Did your companion have any weird vibes as well?
Yeah, she was looking at me crazy.
Like, what the hell are you doing here?
She said, in the midst of all this, if you go with this, you gay. There was no girl, homie, amongst all this money. And everybody got on brand new tennis shoes.
They can't even get girls.
Jewelry, necklaces. Why you got this on? Ain't no bitches around.
The one who have girls is free.
So when that white boy,
The rest of them don't.
XPQ, whatever his motherfucking name is, when he stood up and said, I kissed this person, I kissed that person, I kissed this person, I got up from the goddamn table and said, man, I'm not having no parts of this. He said, that's not gay.
Bruh.
Aiden said, well, hey, me and you kissed Q. He said, so that'll make us gay, we're two friends. By the time I'm coming to the pool, they already drunk and gone. They still ain't got no girl.
So in this video here, Prime and Charleston White actually get into a fight, and it was started over Aiden Ross questioning Charles White as to why he sent an eggplant picture to one of his oppositions. Prime came in and began to question him on it.
This man is asking me a question.
I was questioning, guys.
This man is just asking me a straight up question.
Yeah.
This come jump in. This come jump in. This nigga come jump in and go talking on my spot I'm gay. What you talking about my truck? What you talking about my truck? You gay. What you talking about? Oh. So what Prime is trying to do is, he's saying all this stuff about we being gay, we being gay. We being gay. He said, man, keep it. I sent that in a disrespectful manner. When he sent a out picture, no, I didn't. I dangled it. I didn't jack it out. I dangled it.
It's absolutely crazy to me that you're questioning Charleston White on what he's doing. Meanwhile, you send your own eggplant to Aiden Ross? What? Before he can officially figure it out, this happened.
And nigga who came and jumped in. What? You ain't gonna do that.
Fuck on.
What you gonna do?
Bitch ass crap. He try to stop me. The street guy did it.
What you gonna do, bitch ass?
Bitch ass nigga. Shit. Get your ice cream.
I'm gonna spray like you gonna do something.
I want you guys to think about how many times things happen like this, but they're not so publicly displayed or live streamed, or have someone on the inside of it, even if it's for a short amount of time, then come out later and begin to talk about it. Usually we see things like this from like Hollywood kids where they come out years later after drug-induced binge after drug-induced binge, speaking about what happened to them earlier in their lives. What I find so interesting about this story is that in real time we can watch Prime, a young black male, being absorbed into a type of lifestyle that essentially is gay for pay. If he conforms and if he acts like what his millionaire friends act like, that he can be a part of the crew. But you have an older black male in
Packed frozen, gone by lunch. Go-Gurt, real smooth.
But older black male in Charleston White that is unwilling to dim his light or to conform to the homosexual jokes and or insinuations that are going on around him. What's interesting about that is, was Aiden Ross doing any of these things to Andrew Tate, or does he just feel more comfortable in doing it to a Charleston White? So at the end of all of this, Charleston White then refused to do future content with Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross and his security team called the cops and ended up getting Charleston White kicked out of the hotel room.
And then all of a sudden, who is it? Metro.
You got kicked out the hotel?
Immediately escorted out. So they was gonna escort me out the front door.
That's crazy.
I didn't want to disturb the white people that was there, homie. Some people didn't come to vacate to be alarmed by so many police officers escorting a nigga like me out the door. So I had them take me out the back door inside. Shout out to the Las Vegas Police Department for doing that. They gave me that courtesy.
And y'all already know he's going on rants all over the internet from people that have done much less. And now Charleston is threatening to sue Aiden Ross. Here's a clip of Aiden Ross reacting to Charleston White talking about this.
I went and looked up the most recent lawsuit. Somebody won almost $2 million for the police being called on them in a hotel where they was already staying and being made to leave for trespassing, exactly like they done me. I've already spoke to an attorney that's ready to take the case. So, I feel like I was subjected to something.
You know,
with not being notified if this is what I wanted to do, because I'm thinking I'm coming for a streaming deal. Only to have the police called on me. When he's upstairs threatening me, and I'm downstairs playing the cat.
You got a full knife and said you're gonna my sister. I guarantee. No. Matter of fact, please. Yo, bro. Please. I'm going to countersue you for literally leaking my number. You're gonna get countersued for leaking my number and threatening to my sister with a knife and a taser.
No.
That I was going out here to play.
He said he just gonna fuck him.
I wasn't threatening nobody.
Yeah. I'm gonna his sister. Sure.
No, he said gonna fuck him.
So my final thoughts regarding all of this, I thought one of the most impactful things that Charleston White said is that I'm not down here for your money. I'm down here to learn the game.
Give me the game. Give me this shit you did. Give me the game. Because a people will perish from a lack of knowledge. I come for the knowledge. I'm looking at this motherfucking big ass box with nothing but lights in it. And it's looking like something from heaven. I was like, hey man, what's that? That's the PC for you to stream, huh? I'm having you one bill. I said, whoa, I don't know nothing about this. Keep asking questions. Get your little knowledge. What else I'm gonna need? You're gonna need a server too, huh?
Which is a profound lesson and reminder within itself. It sort of reminds me of that question, would you take $100,000 to be able to have lunch with an Elon Musk? Because the money can only get you but so far in certain situations if you don't invest it correctly. But that conversation can change a mindset. It can motivate you. It can get you to think about something a bit differently to exponentially increase your value on the market, far surpassing that $100,000 that you could have received. It's also important to know throughout this entire video the way that Prime conducted himself, clearly trying to purport this tough gangster image that even his grandma called him out for. And it's very indicative of the lost black male syndrome, where they acquiesce to this image of being a gangster for some type of clout tickets and or tokens. But this one's even more serious because it's leveraging that and appropriating that image for an audience. It's not about that life. That's how you can get people that can connect to a King Von through his music and totally ignore his documented actions. And also here, there's a huge lesson here about selling out. Going gay for pay. It's awkward for me to even have to have a conversation like this, but there's so many young men that have a feminized mindset that would rather accept handouts from someone that is playing with you like that in lieu of holding and conducting yourself in a masculine frame, in a masculine essence.
I told him, I don't want your money because I see he's throwing his money around. That's, yeah, nigga, I come through for, yeah. So I come for the deal, but I also teach me the knowledge. So tell me about streaming. Break it down to me. Bring me up to par. Tell me about gaming. So as he's trying to buy me shoes, I'm saying, if you want to buy me something, get me a PS5 and turn me into a gamer. That's where the PS5 come from.
But shout out to Charleston White for continuing to hold his frame throughout that entire time and really demonstrate his degrees of intelligence to understand the situation, what was going on, how he was going to extract the most amount of value in the least amount of time, and take it forward. There's a ton of people on the internet right now that are saying that he dropped the bag, and maybe he did. Maybe in the short term he could have made tens of millions of dollars, but at the end of the day, your manhood or sacrificing your manhood or sacrificing your masculinity should be worth way more than that. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Me over tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. What you guys think about today's video? Let me know your thoughts down below. This one should cause a lot of different comments. Hope you guys are still with me right now. Let me know if you guys like longer think pieces like this as opposed to compilations. I would appreciate your comments on that as I go through kind of transition phase within the content as I present it to you guys. All right? Until next time, YouTube.